And now, a very Philly podcast.
Live from the iHeartRadio studios in Philadelphia.
Sounds
great.
That's good.
What's the rest of it?
Yeah.
Terry,
come do a mic check with us.
Terry, get it. Hey, F it up. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
And that's how we do a mic check.
This is Steven. I'm Rachel. Nice to meet you. We're going to put you right in the middle.
Oh, okay, cool.
Terry, Buster,
What's up, my
good
man?
to meet you, man.
How are you, sir?
Yep.
Hey, how you doing? You don't mind my shaker cup being here?
Come on, man.
Shake away.
We're just starting the podcast, and this is actually Terry Crews. We want to thank you for being here at our first ever live studio audience.
Oh, this is the first ever?
Yeah, this is it, baby.
Wow, y'all need a liver audience.
I know.
Hey, come on, make some noise. Let's make some noise. There you go.
This is like our Monday today.
Yeah,
So
I
everyone,
know,
this is going to liven us up.
You're
a lot.
not the problem, Terry. We told him that we were going to be here. And I was like, I don't know if I want to go see that.
We were like, all right, but Terry Crews is going to be there. Oh, okay.
Yeah, right?
So wait a minute. This is a Philadelphia podcast, and I didn't know this. Steven actually dug up and sleuthed this information. Technically, you are a former Philadelphia Eagle. Is
That's
this correct?
right.
Ayo.
That's right. 1997. That was me. I was here. I stayed at the Holiday Inn across from Veterans Stadium for Christmas. I remember I got picked up right before the playoffs. The whole thing. That was actually the last NFL team I played on.
Really?
Yeah.
So Philly has a very special place in your heart then.
It does. I was able, it's wild because I was sitting all year and Philly picked me up and I was able to get Christmas presents for my kids. Oh my God. It was a lifesaver.
So are you staying at the Holiday Inn right now?
Let's just say I got a different holiday.
Amazing.
What was your jersey number? Can we find this like on eBay or
Oh,
something?
no, I don't
You have
even
trading
remember.
cards?
I don't know. No, I was on the end of the roster, man.
Why did you just get so excited about trading cards?
Because I'm an old head, Rach. We used to have cards, like football cards, baseball
Yeah.
cards. We used to collect them with each
People
other.
did that?
I know, it's crazy. With the internet, it's a wrap. You know what I mean? The internet's
Steven
like, just
have, like-
download a picture of the guy.
Yeah, we got Instagram handles for that now.
So that's why it's very fascinating for you as a guest here on Wooder'd Down, because we've got somewhat sort of generational gap here. Because while Rach remembers you from White Chicks,
Right.
I remember you from Battle Dome.
Oh my God, that was the first
T-Money,
thing,
baby.
first show I ever did.
I used to watch it was it Saturday mornings?
Saturday mornings, and we did real damage to people. We sent people to the hospital.
So
it was
Rach,
very
Give
dangerous.
me the lowdown.
It was
Yes.
like WWE meets she wouldn't know what American Gladiators
She
is.
don't know.
Is that like
American Ninja
yes,
Warrior
I love
but
that
like
show, yeah.
battling each other.
But see, Ninja Warrior deals with obstacles.
Okay.
But on Battle Dome, we were the obstacle.
Yeah.
You understand what I mean? Like we
people
would
had to,
punch
jump
you in
over-
the face.
Yeah.
We'd be there as you trying to jump and get grab a pole. I'd be there to take your head off.
You did that?
Oh yeah.
Did you have to train to punch people in the face?
Oh, I've been doing that for a long time. The NFL got me ready.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
He was in Philly.
The NFL got me ready. It's like, plus, Flint, Michigan got me ready for that.
right.
Wow.
Oh no, I punched a lot of people in the face. It was really good. But this is a wild thing. It was pre-MMA. Like people hadn't even known there was no MMA at the time.
Right.
Right.
People were thought,
Boxing
oh
and
no,
WWE.
bare knuckle or whatever. That was unheard of.
This was allowed?
Yeah.
We got canceled because we did 2 seasons and it was too violent. I was sued personally 3 times. 3 times.
Dang.
But that was technically how? Because that's your job.
Right.
Like, you know what you signed up for. You see the
Right.
commercials?
Right, but these cats got beat up,
Oh.
and all of a sudden
Wait, I'm
they
going to go home and watch this. What? What?
But I love the character that you played, T-Money.
Yeah, T-Money. My wife still calls me T-Money. She's like, hey, T-Money.
I love that.
It's like my destiny. It was good.
Other stops on the way before we go to America's Got Talent Champions and, of course, Brooklyn Nine-Nine on NBC. And Friday after next.
That's right. Friday
OG,
after next.
double, triple OG.
OG, triple OG, triple,
I gotta ask
OG.
you about-
Damon.
I got to ask you about playing Damon, because to me, now you were kind of fresh in the acting world, right?
Oh, yeah.
You're right. So here's your first big role, and it's to put Ice Cube in a headlock. I'd be shook.
You know what's wild? What happened is the NFL got me ready for that. Because remember, when I was in the NFL, you're hitting your heroes.
Right.
As soon as you
but he wasn't in the NFL. He was in the NWA.
No, but what I'm saying is the same thing. What I mean is you got sports stars, you got rap stars, you got movie stars. I mean, they put you in this thing, and they don't want you to take it easy on them.
Right.
You understand what I mean? They're like,
Fair.
man,
Okay.
you know what I mean? It's like if all of a sudden you're like, oh, I'm not going to tackle you because I really liked you as a kid. You know what I mean?
They got no respect for that.
When I go up against, when I'm in a scene with Sylvester Stallone, he's like, I'm going to really not make this a really intense scene just because I like you a lot.
I resonate with
Remember
that.
when you were in Rocky 3?
Yeah, dude, the movie's over. You know what I mean?
No, I resonate with that. I was in this is a weird brag, but in a celebrity boxing match, and I'm like a South Jersey Italian girl, and I went up against Natalie DiDonato from Mob Wives. So this was all for a charity event, right? And I'm like, oh, I'm gonna go in there and like I trained a little bit. Like this is fun boxing. They literally gave us bop 'em sockers, or what sock 'em boppers.
Yeah.
So it was all supposed to be in good fun, right? And I'm like, my dad's like, you gotta go in there and you can mess her up. And I'm like, I'm not gonna hurt her. Like it's all for fun. Like
She got work, dog.
the first thing this girl does when we go into the rink is bops me right in the face. And I was one, so pissed. Two, I was devastated. I was like, wait, I like watched you on TV. I was really excited to like, have this be good fun. We went at each other.
Listen, you got to understand what the world is. When you get to that level,
Yeah.
they bopped a lot of people on the way up there. You're like, pop, 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 pop to the face.
I don't think my nose was ever the same.
But this is the deal, though. When you're talking about this industry, you're talking about any industry, really. It's real. People understand once you get past the whole, oh my God, I'm intimidated, because you do. You are. You're gonna be like, oh man, he's a star or she's a star, but they don't want. No one wants you to take it light.
Right.
You know what I mean? Everybody wants you to come for real. And I had to say, my first experience, because remember, I was in Training Day as an extra. I was standing there when Denzel was in the street yelling, King Kong ain't got nothing
Were you
on
the
me.
dude clapping for the
whole thing.
doves?
I was clapping for, the pigeons.
Oh, yeah.
That was me.
Yeah.
But I showed up on the scene. I showed up on set, and the director just put me on there, and I showed up for free. I literally was just coming back to the set every day. And Ice Cube saw that. And was like, man, you would be good. Because this is the thing. I was supposed to be like a fake Debo because Tiny Lister didn't want to do the movie.
Right.
And so they were like, well, we're just going to replace him with a new Debo. But I
need
knew.
T-Money.
Yeah. Well, look. But I also knew if I brought it, it would never be the same for me.
Yeah.
So me and Cat Williams, I mean, if you look at that movie, turn the sound down. It's not a comedy.
Right.
It's not a comedy at all. We played it as the most serious, most all-out thing you've ever seen. And it was the gateway for me in the industry because everybody saw it. Eddie Murphy saw it. Adam Sandler saw it. The Wayans saw it. Everybody. They were like, dude, this dude is special. And it was my way in.
Yeah, so buying in is what got you, everything else in your career. Now, present day, America's Got Talent champions. What is the difference between champions and a regular season of America's Got Talent?
Well, the champions is, there are literally over 150 iterations of Got Talent all around the world. There's Norway's Got Talent. Germany's Got Talent. South Africa's Got Talent. So,
But do they, though?
well, that's what we're trying to ask. That's the question. You know what I mean? I love that. That's right. It's like, do they? Well, let's find out.
Let's go everywhere.
So we bring the winner of Italy's Got Talent was on last night, or whatever. And what this is the Olympics of talent. So it's not America's Got Talent, but see, all of them. You got to understand, in the world right now, entertainment is our biggest export.
Yep.
America is it for entertainment. If you make it here, you are really legit. So you could win Norway, but you really don't have any bragging rights until you win America's Got Talent.
That's why you could be like a one-hit wonder here, but still eat in Dubai forever. Right?
Yeah, exactly. Oh no, listen, I know you can have a whole career. I mean, there are certain actors that have singing careers over in Europe.
Yeah.
That we don't even know about. You don't even know they could sing.
Hasselhoff was like the first
Yes.
to do that. Right.
What my man from 24, the Kiefer Sutherland.
He does that too?
Kiefer Sutherland is a music star over in Europe. I'm not lying, man.
It's Duncan.
Is it a different character?
Hey, man, I would do that, man. I'm a rap star in like Myanmar.
In my past life, I was a rap star.
I'm trying to tell you.
Wait, I don't think I've ever told anybody this, and I'm pretty shameless, but this is quite embarrassing. I auditioned for America's Got Talent.
There's nothing wrong with that.
In high school, and I didn't make it past like round 1. I didn't even see the judges.
Hold on, you got NBC people here. We're gonna need that tape.
Yeah.
We're gonna need that audition.
Pull that
tape.
audition
Wait,
tape.
I
Hello,
sang.
it's Rachel Vigiana.
What was your talent?
I'm Italian.
I talk with my hands as my talent. No, I sang Justin Bieber's "You Smile" and I played the piano.
Yes.
Wait. First of all, now, look at all these cats out here. But you know what?
Here I
But
am.
you know what? She got the guts.
Yeah. You know
First of
what I'm
all,
saying?
that's why she is where she is.
Thank you.
For sure.
Right now. And you know what? You gotta go. You gotta go. First of all, everybody's gonna talk about you. Everybody. No, listen. If you didn't hear it, they're still talking about you. Just because if you don't watch them, you don't see them. What cracks me up is that they're like, oh, celebrities, yeah, they get all these hate and whatever. But you're getting the hate anyway.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you might as well get the hate doing what you want to do.
And flipping it and making something funny. I feel like you just did this on social media. Somebody said you with your shirt off looks like a chewed up Tootsie Roll.
Shut up. Are you
The
serious?
picture, you were like, it does.
But I know. They said I can't unsee it. I said I can't unsee it either. I was like, holy cow, that looks just like my body looks like a chewed up Tootsie Roll. It was.
I would-
unreal.
That's like, that's an easy way to flip that one around because it's like, yo, this chewed up Tootsie Roll will beat your ass.
No. It'll give you a hug.
Nobody could-
It would be nice.
My ass. You just said you literally punched people in the
I
face.
used to.
that was T-Money.
my
That was a
toxic
different
days.
person.
Oh, so that's like
Those are
my Rhonda.
Yeah.
So I have a drunk
Ego.
alter ego named Rhonda. She likes to punch people too,
Oh,
but
no.
she doesn't come out anymore.
Well,
She's probably hanging out with
Listen,
T-Money
first of all-
She's
far,
got a
far away.
restraining order.
now I gotta let you all know. I mean, for real, there were a lot of things that I had to get out of my life.
Okay.
Because I was a very angry person. Very angry. I could snap in a minute. Yeah, I know. So watch it. No, no, but I'm saying there was a lot of things that the NFL rewards you for. You know what I mean? You get rewarded for going over and going
being
up.
vicious.
Aggression.
Until you hit somebody over the head with a helmet, like just what happened this season.
Yeah,
But
Miles
these
Garrett.
but you got to understand, they sell the NFL as Disney, but it's really the UFC. You know what I'm saying? That's
Fair.
what it is.
Yeah.
It's not more peaceful than the UFC. They just have helmets on, but it's
Right.
literally take your head off. That's what the whole thing is. And that stuff doesn't work at home. That stuff doesn't work in traffic. That stuff does not work at your workplace.
Right.
And what happens is you got people, I had to learn how to turn it off. And it's hard. And you're talking about the people in the military understand all the time.
Right.
You know what I mean? People who have PTSD have been in these situations where they can't turn it off and you can't be around this person. You know what I mean? And my family got to a point where they were like, yo, man, we can't even be around you.
It seems like you've figured that out though. Like you seem like you're in a very good place. You've worked hard to get to where you are, and you're very level-headed.
Well, lots of therapy. Lots
Yeah.
of therapy. Now, another thing in my culture, where I came up, therapy was viewed as a bad thing. It was like, if somebody says you're crazy, you were crazy forever. You know what I mean? If you got any issue, you don't see a shrink. You just got to tough it out.
That's how. Yeah, I'm
But
right there.
like I said, it's like you look at all the guys that didn't make it. You know what I mean? Look, I got friends that were in jail that are dead because they could not hold on to their anger. They could not find ways to deal with their problems in a positive way. And hey, man, I'm a big proponent of mental health and just really, really examine it, because now more than ever, I have to say, with all the social media out there and all this stuff, it literally makes you hypersensitive to all the stuff that's out there. And if you don't know how to sift through and know what's real, you are going to be on a real bad path. It's like your brain grows weeds. You know what I mean? It does. And these weeds are bad. These weeds have you out there in traffic slapping people.
right.
You know what I mean? But if you don't pluck that stuff out and go, no, not today. Don't do that. No. I mean, come on. And who here hasn't had a crazy thought and been like, whoa,
mine was
where did
this
that
morning.
come from?
Yeah, I mean,
Several right now.
on the way to work, it was wild.
see
The
what I
street
mean?
lights were out, and I had to
Oh,
get here to
yeah.
this interview. I
And
was
you
pissed.
got to pluck that. You got to find ways to deal and say, wait a minute, that's not even me. Hey, and the thing is,
Take me to church, Terry. Go
I
ahead.
know, no. But the problem is, you've been thinking. I'm gonna tell you this. I don't know how much time we got, but this
No,
is
you're
wild.
good.
There was a guy I work with. This is when I was doing Everybody Hates Chris. This dude would go. He would come around and he would talk about his wife all the time. Man, she's and he always had a joke about her, and to the point where you couldn't even have a conversation until we were like denigrating our wives. That was our way of breaking the ice.
Yeah.
Well, let me tell you, I came home. I was like, my wife was like, "Hey, honey." I was like, "What you mean, hey?"
Right, you bought in. You brought into that mindset.
Dude. And she was like, "What's wrong with you?" I found out hanging with this guy and talking about our wife like this all the time.
It's poison.
It was poison.
Yeah.
It was like, I was like, I didn't even think that.
Yeah.
That's his thoughts.
Yeah.
And I'm taking his thoughts. Listen, I cut this cat off. He was coming by, hey. I was like, hey, man, I'm sorry, I can't talk to you right now.
Good for you.
And all of a sudden, I learned how to appreciate my own family and the whole thing. And eventually, he got divorced. Of course. I'm trying to say, of course.
Right.
Of
Yeah.
course.
That attitude.
Because it's going to happen. But I'm telling you, I started to realize these thoughts ain't me.
Right.
And so you don't have to pick up all the thoughts that everybody's saying.
And that's what social media does nowadays.
That's the deal. You start picking up all this stuff like, you know what? I'm going to tweet too. I don't like this. And everybody
You're canceled.
They pile on.
Yeah.
And it's like a mess, man. And I'm like, man, if we don't settle this out and learn how to have a real conversation, I mean, we got to learn even how to disagree.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, hey, we can't even disagree anymore.
No, because you get blocked.
Oh, it's crazy.
We can't even talk.
It's
Isn't it a
crazy.
shame that that's that
You'll get
easy?
blocked.
Like it's
You're out of my
that
life.
easy to get somebody out of your life nowadays just by blocking them.
Well, I do agree with blocking though. I do like
Sometimes you
blocking.
got
But that's how I block out. I block my man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But what I'm saying is, it's not even about blocking. It's literally about, just accepting that somebody else has a different view.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I mean, that's just the real deal. That's just the way it is.
Sometimes opinions aren't needed, and sometimes I think people get caught in heavier conversations and dialogue when they're really just trying to put their commentary on something in pop culture, and then it becomes something so much more serious than it ever meant to be.
Well, I mean, again, it's like ramping up everything. First of all, I'm gonna address this because I went to China.
Okay.
I went to China. I went to Shanghai, China over the holiday.
Can you pick up my package while you're there? It's been there for over a month.
Wait. Everything in this room is from China. You know that, right?
Oh my God. Yeah.
Listen, everything is made in China. Everything.
But it takes months to get here. I needed it like this weekend.
But I know,
Sorry.
but check this
I'm
out.
still very bitter. I'm
But
sorry.
it's
Continue.
okay, it's
Continue
okay.
the China story.
But what happened is that I took a picture in front of a Chinese flag in a gym because I was there. Because I was in Shanghai, and I was like, boom, I take pictures all the time in the gym. But I got canceled because they were like, well, it's Hong Kong and all the things that they're doing and the Chinese is. And I was going, wait a minute, man, I'm there.
Right.
Right.
It's not like I did that in my basement.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's a whole nother thing. I wasn't standing for, abuses, human rights abuses. I'm not doing that. I'm at the gym.
Oh, yeah.
But what happens is everyone taking one thing and flaming it up. Now, I ignored it. I totally went on and moved on. But what happens is I said, the real deal is that if you really want to cancel me for China, you got to cancel your iPhone. You got to cancel your Nikes.
Tell 'em.
You got to
Boom.
cancel almost everything in your house.
Tell 'em.
Because they make it there. It's all there. Cancel all your Louis Vuitton because Louis over there.
Dang, I'm a Louis Vuitton.
You know what I mean? But look, I'm just saying. And I realized, wait a minute, I have a different perspective.
Right.
And now I can agree to disagree with people because I don't have everyone's perspective. And I even had to learn that and different things. So I'm learning, man.
Good
And
for
we
you.
all are.
Do you find that acting is sort of a coping mechanism for something like this? So, for example, when you get to, like every day, I get to shut the door and do my afternoon show and kind of go be on the radio and have fun.
Yeah.
So, and most of us here do. And so I think, like, do you sort of have that outlet, say with your character on Brooklyn Nine-Nine, when you go to film that show, like, you get to all of a sudden just kind of get sort of wrapped in that Sarge character
Oh,
and
yeah.
just become someone else, really kind of disconnected from the world that you're talking about?
Well, you're talking about this is the life of an artist.
Yeah.
Art, and this is another thing I want to say, that everything you do is art. And this is what I mean by this. If I was a gardener and I was like blow and go, just shut, cut the grass, blow the leaves
Hurry up
out
with
and
my
get
lawn,
out.
T-Money.
You know what I mean? Right. If I was a gardener, there's a difference between that and someone who was a total florist.
Yeah.
Because they get into it. There's a difference. There's like,
Well,
let's get
people
it
make patterns in the grass now.
You're
Those
right.
are the artists.
No, but I'm trying to tell you, everything is like that.
Right.
Everything, you can make an art out of everything. Even buildings or whatever, you can just put up 4 walls and put something on it, or you can have architecture.
Put some
which
extra
is totally
sauce
different.
on it.
I am about extra sauce.
Yeah.
T. Cruz is extra.
Yeah.
I'm extra about everything. When I get into my roles and there's times when time stops.
I think that's why you're so loved. It's like you came in here and like shimmied it on out, and that's just like it's so much easier to like vibe with someone who isn't afraid to be their full self.
That's it, man. Well, that's the deal. I mean, because I spent a lot of time. My time in the NFL was all about an image, and you end up being 2 people. And it's kind of weird because you're like, I got to be this and then, but I'm tired of keeping up this image. And oh boy, it's back to this. We're back to the tough guy, and you get worn out. It's done. But for real, once I treated everything as an art, you get into it to the point where I'm actually a painting, drawing. I'm a left-handed, right brain, the whole thing. I paint and draw. There are times when I get down and doing a sketch, and it feels like it took me a half an hour, and I've been there 8 hours.
Yeah, isn't that the best? That's therapeutic.
Crazy,
Yep.
but acting feels that way too. Time stops. You're into your role. All of a sudden, people are like, how do you memorize the lines? You don't. What's wild is you just memorize the feeling, and the lines come out. Wow. Dude, it's crazy. When I tell you your mind and your brain, how it works, once you get into it and start doing it, you just go, the feelings and emotions, you're like, I know the whole script.
Yeah.
And I didn't even, you can look at it twice and they're like, how did you memorize that? But I'm like, I didn't.
I wanted to be the next Britney Spears and the next best actor. And of course, America's Got Talent was my first reality TV audition, but there were several after that. I'm just waiting for my big break.
She's going for it.
I missed out on The Bachelor this season. It's fine, guys. It's fine. But there will be that big break, and I cannot wait because coming even into work here, there's mornings where I wake up and I'm just like, I don't want to talk to anybody today. But then I come here and I don't even want to say forced to do it, but it's my job.
Right.
And it just takes you out of that negative mindset.
Yep.
And it's like, I'm here to make people happy, and me exerting this happiness onto like millions of people makes me happy.
But first of all, you listen, if you waited till you felt like it, it'll never happen.
Right.
You have to act your way into a feeling. Straight up. If you wanted to feel like working out, if I wanted to feel like working out before I worked out, I'd never work out. I never feel like
that.
That's what pre-workout's for.
What I do is I start.
Okay.
I start, and all of a sudden, you feel like it. Everything works like that.
You got to start.
I always say the hardest part's getting there. Once you get there.
That's it. I just
I got one downstairs in my gym.
Have you made it there
I gotta
yet?
get downstairs. Yeah.
Take some steps down there.
You're a good motivational speaker. Do
Yeah.
the contestants on America's Got Talent get any time with you before they go on
Yes,
stage?
yes. I am the bodyguard to their dreams, straight up. I won't let nobody
kinda
mess
love
with my
that.
people. I don't let the acts get nothing but love from me. I make
awesome.
sure that they are not intimidated. They don't get any. I'm like, yo, go out there. Do your best. You got this. I said, we're here for you. Is there anything I can do for you? You want some? I'll run out and give people glasses of water, and we'll start again. Do your thing. I'm like, yo, I'm here for you.
Man, I want you to record my alarm clock.
I want him to be my therapist. Like, holy cow.
America's Got Talent. Is there a state that has a little bit more talent than the other states? Are there people coming from one state you feel like they have a little bit more talent than like Delaware or something like that?
No. First of all,
take shots at Delaware.
I'm always shocked. I'm always shocked. First of all, where you think the talent is, they don't appreciate it. A lot of people right there in LA ain't that talented.
True.
Because they're too, they've seen it all. They're like, a lot of people in LA are bored. You get the cat that comes from Oklahoma who's excited to be in LA, and he goes out there and he's flipping on his head, doing spins and singing while he's doing it. You're like, man, this is crazy. I didn't even know you could do that.
Right.
That's how it works. But the people who like, it's kind of weird. You know, it's kind of like New Yorkers.
Yeah.
New Yorkers feel like we got everything. And then you go somewhere and you're like, you don't have that. Yeah. But they've never been outside. They've never been anywhere else. So they're like, yeah, we got it. And so it's all bluster.
But New Yorker will be like, what do I need outside for? I'm inside.
Yeah. Right. And
Cold out
again,
there.
it's a crutch.
Yeah.
And after a while, you're in jail. See, because if you stay like that all your life, that's why I would like to travel, man. I went to Morocco. I went to Colombia. I went to Shanghai. I went to all the places they were like, oh, watch out for terrorists over there. And I went to Morocco and had a beautiful dinner in the desert.
Did you take a picture
You know
in
what
a
I'm
gym
saying?
in front of the flag there?
Oh, yeah, no, I tried.
Did you even really go unless you took
but
a
I took a
picture?
picture in front on a camel. I did.
Oh, there you go. That's
I went to
cool.
Colombia and everybody was like, watch out for the drug dealers. And I went there and it was like Pirates of the Caribbean. It was one of the most beautiful places
awesome.
ever of all time. See,
I need to
what you got to
travel.
understand is you got to go.
Yeah.
You got to go.
The
Stop.
hardest part is going.
That's the hardest part.
Yeah.
You got to go.
The way
I
my
mean-
bank account is set up. Go certain places.
Oh, I get it. I
Go
know.
off
I know.
next week.
Yeah.
Let's start there. Let's start small.
Chipotle.
Chipotle.
Yeah.
We'll reconvene after this.
That's probably a mindset, though, as someone that comes from Flint, Michigan. I've spent some time in Flint, man.
Yeah, yeah, dude. First of all, all my memories have been raised. There's not. My high school is a field. The stores we went to is grass and dirt. The movie theaters we used to go to, the arcades, none of it exists anymore.
Dang.
It's like a bomb. It's like watching, literally looking at a neutron bomb has blew up the whole city, and I'm just looking at the remnants, and it's hard. It's hard.
Do you spend time going back?
No. My mom passed away almost 5 years ago, and I haven't been back since.
I'm sorry.
Makes sense.
It's hard. It's hard.
And where do you live now?
L.A.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, there you go, and obviously America's Got Talent and Brooklyn Nine-Nine, both on NBC. When does the new season of Brooklyn Nine-Nine start?
Oh my God, February 6th. We're so happy. Hey, now this is another thing too, man. We going on season 8. Wait, the season 7 debuts February 6th, but we got picked up for season 8 already.
Congratulations.
Wait, and now you got to understand too, in this day and era, they're giving people 3 episodes and calling it 3 seasons.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I mean? And season 3, I was like, wait a minute, there's only 2 episodes of this. I was like, season 3, what's that?
No, that's awesome.
Yeah, we have well over 170 episodes of Brooklyn Nine-Nine, and it's binge-worthy.
Yeah, you talk about
Hey,
being on in
Mark.
other countries too. Is that already in reruns
All
in other
over.
countries?
We are one of the biggest comedies in the world, and that's where I get recognized the most. Korea, the Nine-Nine, you know.
Okay.
Wow.
I've been everywhere. Now Australia's the #1 show in Australia. It's the
Really?
#1 show in New Zealand. #1. Listen, all over the world because again, that's our biggest export.
How does that ever get to you? Like, do you feel like humbled by that, or what's
You walk
like
around Korea.
Yeah,
like,
what's
I
like when people approach you? What's like your initial reaction? Is like, oh man, like not again, or like what's your emotion?
No. I love it. I love it. Now, this is the thing too. I don't like disrespect.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, because people are like, hey, you know, Terry.
That's like a cat
Make
call.
your
I'm like,
nipples
hey, man,
dance.
yeah. Hey man, I'm 51 years old. You know what I mean? I'm
some
not
respect
your
on it.
buddy. You know what I mean? I don't.
Right.
You know, but if they're respectful, it's awesome. And just the thing when I'm in the Asian countries are always much more respectful. But it's wild here in America. You got cats who feel like you owe them.
Right.
Just, you know, like, man, because I'm with my kids and it's really like, give me a picture.
me
You
get
know,
this
you know you
selfie.
got to do that. I'm like, no, I don't.
Yeah.
And then they get mad and they
Right.
go on Twitter. You know,
Oh, Terry,
and they get, oh, yeah, that's the thing. Like, Terry Crews thinks he's all that. I'm like, hey, man.
I think you're all that. I'm not
I
gonna
will
lie.
tell you no in a minute. If it's not right, it's
T-Money.
But if it's right, if I'm here for that, cool.
Right. Yeah.
But if I'm here, I'm at the grocery store, man. Look, I will never lose my autonomy. I have no entourage. Okay, I walk around.
one.
I do my thing.
Yeah, honestly, I wouldn't.
I'll be
you
your
don't
bodyguard.
need an entourage.
That's what I'm saying. I'm on security.
We were setting this up, and I was like, I don't know. He's like the Rock. We're gonna need to sit over right here.
Wait, so we got about like 5 minutes left, and I have to ask because I've had Marlon Wayans on my show.
Yes.
And of course, I made him do something from White Chicks. So I have
yes,
to
yes,
ask you, is your tongue really that big?
Oh yeah, yeah. There we go.
Oh my goodness.
Whoa, God!
How do you do
It
that?
looks like a
I don't know.
sofa.
I'm weird. I'm very
Wait.
strange.
Can you touch your nose with it though?
No,
It's
it just gets wide. It's just wide. I'm very. It's just. I'm
Fascinating.
I am a freak of nature.
I had to ask. I'm sorry.
I'm a freak of nature. And you know what? And what's so funny is that I've used everything that I can do bodily in a different movie.
I was just gonna say, did they ask
The
you to
peck
do
pops
that?
for Old Spice.
You can see it through the shirt.
Oh yeah,
my
yeah.
goodness.
All that, the Old
There's
Spice.
layers on top of
Yes,
that.
you can see it.
All all the the tongue thing.
Did
the
they
dance
ask you to do
stuff.
that?
No,
And
I
you
just
just do it?
I just surprised them.
I love that
You know
about
what I mean? I was just like, when we did that scene in White Chick, they were like, what?
I can picture you and the boys literally like crying in
It
between
was-
takes.
We had the best time ever. I did that song in the car one time.
Nuh-uh.
Oh wow.
One time. And Keenan Ivory Wayans was like,
I wanna do it
"That's
so bad."
Don't do
We
it.
did it.
Don't do
Making
it.
my way downtown, walking fast, faces past, and I'm homebound. There you go.
My life is made. I could die a happy
I don't
person.
mind. Listen, I talked to Vanessa just 2 days ago.
What?
Vanessa Carlton. I texted her the other day. She's a sweet. She loves the fact that
Yeah.
I sing her song.
It's
She
legendary.
The underrated
Somewhere-
slap though, the underrated slap
Yeah.
is the one in the club, the Benny Benassi
Ah,
satisfaction. It just set it up. That is my spirit
They
animal with the
did-
whistle.
yeah.
I'm like, are we going out?
With the puppy in the
know.
other hand.
I know.
Sweating.
Going on.
That's my favorite movie of all time.
I
man.
love-
I could
first
talk
of
about
all,
White Chicks forever.
It's a
sure.
classic.
It is, it really
is.
is.
You know what's weird is that I find this is what happens when you just do it.
Yeah.
You don't like. It wasn't a big hit when it came out, but it got bigger. Idiocracy was the same way. That movie, President Camacho, it got bigger. Everybody Hates Chris got bigger.
Yeah.
These things, Brooklyn Nine-Nine is only going to get bigger. You know what I mean? The next 10 years, they're streaming it. Once they have it on the Peacock network now, that it's the NBC streaming network, and they're going to put that on there, and kids are going to be, from the next 10, 20 years, are going to be like, oh my God, Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Because right now, even on Netflix, The Office is like a whole new generation
I
is discovering
literally,
it.
I just put that on all the time. It's like my go-to.
I'm telling you.
You know?
Right
That's
now.
what I do with old Battle Dome DVDs.
Yeah, that's it. I love it.
Put 'em on and off.
G-Money.
Money.
All right, awesome. Terry Crews, thank you so much for coming through Wooder'd Down, our first ever live podcast.
Yay! Thank you. Should we end it
It's
with
a
the
whole
booby
season.
shake?
It's a
What?
whole
End it,
season.
end it with the booby shake.
I can't.
Booby shake?
I
Just
can't.
do a little shimmy. Booby shake to end it. Thanks for watching Wooder'd Down.
America's Got Talent champions in Brooklyn Nine-Nine on NBC.
Thank you, Terry.
Yeah, all right. So happy to do season 1 of your show.
Yeah.
No, this is season 4.
It's by the every 20 minutes. It's a new season. I got it. Okay.
Thank you so much.
Cool, thank you.